It's the Media Chatroom, and we're back with some more hot headlines. Y'all, in case y'all didn't know, the streets is still on fire from this Diddy and Cassie lawsuit. Now, although the lawsuit was settled in 24 hours, a lot of people have something to say, like Slim Thug. And that's what we'll be going over today, along with some of the reasons why Cassie went ahead and settled. And y'all know over here, we like to break things down. We break it down, break it down, break it down. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So make sure that you go ahead and like this video, share it. Also, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you can become an official Chatty Patty Lover. And I promise, you're going to love it here. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that you know when we drop our next video. Now it's time to hop straight into it. Y'all, so Slim Thug hopped to the internet the other day and called this whole entire thing a scam and a money grab from Cassie's end. And just like anything, everybody have opinions about it. So let's talk about it. Now here's the comments that Slim Thug took to Instagram to say.
Bill Cosby coming back and getting puffed. I don't believe in that, man. When you go down, speak on that shit right then, or it's out of it. It should be null and void. You shouldn't even have no type of nothing. You shouldn't be able to do shit unless you let the people know what happened immediately. It should be a time limit on this shit. What happened was you got around them and stand up on love. This is what happened. I'm gonna tell you what always happened, right? You was with a billionaire with all this bread all this time, and then you followed your heart to with a trainer. That motherfucking apartment got smiled at, that lifestyle fell off, now it's struggle time, the love wearing off, and now you trying to come up with ways to figure out how to get paid. Now I'm healed and I can talk about it. I want to expose niggas in my books. You did that. You participated. You ain't saying for nothing. That. So stand on that, man. Quit trying to expose people for money. Like, what the Nah, that apartment got small. You and that dude you left for love. You let your homegirls hype you up when you was with him. You let them homegirls hype you up to tell you, girl, he treating you bad. He cheating on you.
Okay, y'all, so Slim Thug is a Houston rapper. And as you heard, his philosophy is if something happens, you should speak on it right then and there. And in theory, that may sound good. However, it may not always be realistic or even possible. Cassie and Diddy broke up in October of 2008. And in this instance, we do not know the exact reason why they broke up. But if we follow the layout of the lawsuit that was filed, it seems that they may have broken up due to the RAPE session that happened, and that was her final straw. Now we know that RAPE is anything that is not consensual, and based off the lawsuit, that's what happened. So although it's criminal, how can that be proven when they've been seemingly in a relationship for 10 years? Because in that instant, it goes to be a his word versus her word. In addition to that, she would have came out around the time that all this stuff took place, then she would have been a clout chaser, someone who was upset because she was broken up with, all kind of stories and lies possible. And to go a step further, a month later, Kim Porter died. So then she would have been insensitive to not have been considering what this man and his family and children were going through had she filed this exact same lawsuit 5 years ago. To the everyday person, it seems like, okay, why wait so long to file? And it can be as simple as well as a complicated answer. Originally, she probably was not going to file a lawsuit because I'm sure in her everyday mind, she thought that she could just move past it because it seemed like it would be a regular breakup. However, as you start to live your life, you see that you become traumatized by the things that you experience in this horrible relationship. And now you're living through the trauma, and not only are you living through it, but you're bringing your spouse or your significant other along with you, and you really don't understand the impact that it has, because one person's trauma may not be another person's trauma. And being that she started in the industry so young at the age of 19, she probably did not realize psychologically that she was being groomed for these behaviors, and then being made aware of it from medical professional therapy. Now, the standards by which Slim Thug is talking about reporting these instances is according to the street, because lawfully she was well within her time and rights to report and file a lawsuit against. So therefore, if he wants the statutes of limitations to change, then he needs to take it up with Congress. The real problem becomes a lot of celebrities is oblivious to the laws because money is the power and it dominates everything around. So when your whole value and your whole entire existence is based off of that thing, that's the thing that people is going to take down. If you watch my previous videos of me breaking down the lawsuit, there was a lot of tactics that he used so that she would not publicly come forward and tell anything that happened behind closed doors, thinking that him and his money would be protected. At the end of the day, according to the lawsuit, this relationship caused her severe traumatic distress, which affects her emotional and mental health. Now, even if we say that she signed up for half of the stuff that she claimed in her lawsuit, at which point did she sign up for the physical abuse that contributed to the memory loss, allegedly? And during those times when these things was happening to her, she was still in the relationship. So fearing not only for her life, but for the life and safety of others around her, like her parents and her friends. So then the big question remains, why file a civil lawsuit versus a criminal lawsuit? I'm glad you asked. In criminal cases, the evidence presented has to be presented without a reasonable doubt. And based upon the lawsuit that was filed, it seemed like a lot of things was proven to have happened. However, but some stuff cannot be proven to have happened without a reasonable doubt. So for instance, let's talk about some of the escapades that they were having around the world with these sex workers. Now, there's probably a lot of evidence that shows they took place, where they took place, and who it took place with. But there's no evidence that can show that she was forced to do these things, unless it was recorded with her having refusal, or the person that she was doing it with, she made some type of refusal to them. Now, Slim Thug ended up getting a lot of pushback, and he decided to come back to explain what he was trying to say.
Shit ain't real. All that shit real. That's cap. I ain't wrong. You wrong. All right, cool. I'm what, like I say, I've been sued for shit I know I ain't do, and I know the victim know I ain't do it. So I look at it different than y'all. So whatever you believe, I understand. You can think what you want to think, Brittany. Go on, whatever y'all want to think. At the end of the day, I know what the real is. Y'all just too green and think everything what to say is real. People see money and trying to get money, man. At the end of the day, that's what that is, man. Straight up like that. The fact she went to attorney to sue instead of the police to report a crime don't sound like a victim. It sounds like I want some money. Money. Get off the lane. Y'all green as y'all think these people is really worried about anything but money. So fuck, snap out of it, man. With Bill Cosby, all this money grab. Straight up like that.
Now, one thing that we have to remember is that Slim Thug is a part of the entertainment industry. And that simply means that they don't want the standards to change. Because if these crimes can only be reported in the time frame for which they wanted, then they can sleep a little bit more easier at night with their millions tucked in their pockets, knowing that they got away with something that they possibly done wrong to someone else. So when Slim Thug and others say that it's about money, it is. Because in a lot of cases, that's all that these celebrities care about, which is why they flaunt it and they use it to devalue others and emphasize their power. So these celebrities who disagree with the coming out all these years later, that's because if they were in a situation like Puff, or if they become in a situation like Puff, they don't want to get caught up. So if we can't pursue you on a criminal charges, then what else left is there besides civil? Even though there's no amount of money that's going to take away the trauma that's been caused. It's the only language that some of these people in the entertainment industry speak. And now that this woman is a wife and a mother of girls, it's probably even more important for her to stand up and do what she didn't think that she would be doing. Sometimes the very reason why you wouldn't want to do something is the exact reason that forces you to then do it. Because now all of this stuff that she's experienced in the past as it relates to the trauma has to be managed, because she cannot and does not want to inflict it upon her children. And therefore, why should it be at her expense when it was not at her cause? So just like you're affecting my generation because of the trauma that you put me through, I'm affecting your generations with the bag that I'm hitting you for. Now, everybody won't agree with the choices that's been made. However, everyone didn't endure the trauma that was caused. Now, in our previous video, we told you that one of the women that was definitely riding with Cassie throughout this time was Aubrey O'Day. And she's a former bad boy artist who was in the group called Danity Kane. Well, a few days ago, she posted a message that seemed to be her in disagreement of Cassie deciding to sell. However, she did take to the internet to explain that she was not directing that statement towards Cassie, but more to Puffy. And it still goes to say that everybody still believes that this whole lawsuit was all about money. But let's go into dissect her actual statement, which was released in regards to her settlement. She states, "I have decided to resolve this matter amicably on the terms that I have some level of control. I want to thank my family, fans, and lawyers for their unwavering support." And there you have it. It was about control. Gaining back the control that he had over her. Controlling the amount of information that was put out there, because I'm sure there's more. Controlling the compensation received, because throughout the years, although she may have benefited, there's a lot of things that she have lost personally. And now that leaves the ball in her court, being able to finally be done with this situation and putting it all behind her. Now, again, we do have to say everything that was stated in that lawsuit was alleged. And in fact, after the settlement, P. Diddy lawyer had to come back and make another statement, which says, just so we're clear, a decision to settle a lawsuit, especially in 2023, is no way an admission of wrongdoing. Mr. Combs' decision to settle the lawsuit does not in any way undermine his flat-out denial of the claim. He is happy they got a mutual settlement and wishes Mrs. Ventura the best. Now, everybody knows I always say I'm no legal counsel. However, I think that this was the best decision for him to go ahead and settle out of court. Because during the trial phase, a lot of more unflattering things could have come out, causing a whole lot of brand deals and business to be put on hold for an unknown amount of years. With things being wrapped up early, he now has the potential just to move forward and see whatever chips are falling, go ahead and pick them up and begin to rebuild. Because now, as of November the 20th, 2023, the case is officially dismissed. Now, Chatty Patties, it's time to get in those comments. Let's talk about everything surrounding the P. Diddy and Cassie lawsuit settlement. Do you all think that this was a good idea for Cassie to settle, or did you guys expect her to be the face that brought down the Diddy empire? And because she decided to settle, do you guys think that she was all about money and it was just a money grab, just like Slim Thug said? And do you think that this expose can potentially help Diddy and others to make different decisions in the future? And people keep talking about this 9-figure settlement. Do you guys think that she really got $100 million to settle with Puff? Let me know what you all think, and make sure that you guys check out our previous content as it relates to Diddy and all the other celebrities that we report about. And also, don't forget to like and share the video with everyone you know. Also, subscribe to our channel so that you can become an official Chatty Patty lover, and I promise you're gonna love it here. And last but not least, make sure that you go ahead and turn on your notification bell so that you know when we drop our next video. Now, y'all already know I'm about to go and head to those comments because I want to read and see what you guys are saying. Then I'm going back to digging those headlines so that we can bring another video. So that's all for now. Bye bye.